Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing a video all about your general energy, what you need to know right now. I'm also going to include some little love messages in there, but mostly about you, how you're doing, any messages from the universe that want to come through. We're also going to include a few love messages in there because I did feel like this needs to be about you guys, but also about your love life as well. So it's kind of just like a general reading with a little bit of love messages in there as well. So we have group number 1 with the clear quartz, group 2 with the rose quartz, group 3 with the pink opal, and group 4 with the apophyllite. So please choose your group. As usual, all the timestamps are down below in the description box and in the comments section. And I hope you have a lovely day, and let's get started. Start off with group number 1. Also, if you would like to purchase a private reading from me, all my rates are down below, along with my crystal shop where you can get these beautiful rings, and most of the crystals on here you can get from my shop as well. So let's get started and start with group number 1 with the clear quartz. Also, if you do struggle with choosing a group, you can just take a couple of seconds, just breathe in and breathe out and choose group number 1, 2, 3 or 4, whichever group is calling you today. As you can see, we've got a very simple, clear setup today. I just wanted to make it as simple as possible really. So let's get started with group number 1. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys chose the beautiful clear quartz. I love her. She is really pretty. I just love how big she is. She is just taking up some space. So that might be what your reading is about today, taking up space. So let's put her there. So we're going to start off with this deck here, and then we're going to go into the other deck. So we're going to start off with the oracle cards. So the main card you guys got here is double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you, which is so cute. I think that's so accurate. I feel like this energy is so much about you and your light and how you're kind of seen in the world and things like that. Is there a card sticking out here? Yes, there is. I'm going to take her. Okay, we have cracked open. You guys also got another card here, which I forgot to put in the deck. So you guys also have cracked open, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And I don't know why I said trust like that, trust. But okay, so let's get you another one. If you guys want to get this deck, this is called the Starseed Oracle. If you guys are interested, I know a lot of you guys ask me what card decks I'm using, so if you guys want to get this card deck, then that is what it's called. Pretty sure this is, yeah, I think this is a Starseed Oracle. Okay, underneath we have the Void. This is in the reverse, which is lovely, but I'm going to show you upright for now. So we have the Void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So basically, you're rebirthing. Everything you've kind of known is kind of being shaped and shifted. You are a shapeshifter right now, which is what I'm being told by my guides. I'm also going to recommend you pyrite, guys. I just keep looking at my pyrite. I have a pyrite heart right next to me, and I'm going to recommend you that as well, because I feel this is really about your power and your solar plexus. Pyrite hearts look like this. Pyrite just in general doesn't have to be in a heart shape, but these crystals are really great for your solar plexus and things like that. So that is on my shop if you guys are interested. Okay, so we have the energy of the pyrite and the energy of the clear quartz. So basically it's you guys working on your masculine and feminine energy. You guys are really being connected to your starseed energy. You're really being connected to your empowerment, your energetic boundaries, protecting yourself and your sense of safety. I also feel like you guys have been feeling quite alone, feeling quite confused, and kind of looking outside of yourself for any type of help or information. And my throat keeps doing something. So you guys are really working on your throat chakra. So right now, I feel like you guys are just feeling like you're at rock bottom. I feel like you guys are feeling very low, very much like the point of like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. A lot of you guys are really kind of worried about your life purpose. So the love message in this, I feel, if you guys really aren't interested, you know, I feel like in terms of the love message, I feel like it's more about life purpose, this group. But in terms of the love message that I want to include in this is I feel like you're really working on your power. You're really working on coming back to yourself. And I feel like you are coming back to the part of you that's kind of been lost in relationships. The part of you that's kind of felt like it's always about the other person, not about you. Kind of your energy's been sent off somewhere. It's almost like you're looking at reflection and it's very distorted, and the person or people you've been around have been very distorted. So you're really coming back, and it's almost like this energy is like you're learning to be drawn to people who are really good for you, and not people who are just really going to be bad for your energy. That is something I really, really feel. And if you are wanting a partnership, the first thing you're going to be learning to actually co-create with somebody is learning independence and having your own thoughts and feelings around certain issues, especially to do with your own beliefs. So this can be to do with spirituality, religion, just like your soul purpose, like what you're here to do, how you feel about yourself, things like that. They're not getting influenced by other people. So that is something you're really working on as well. So we have this energy of this double mission, this Lightworker Starseed, Lightseed, that's a new one, Lightworker Starseed. So basically you guys are being drawn to go to the rock bottom of your energy, rock bottom of your soul, to dig up a lot of crap that needs to come up. And I say crap, not to say that you're working with crap or anything that you're going through is crap, it might be, but crap is kind of like the end of the next karmic lesson. So it's kind of like, well, the end of this karmic lesson. So it's basically like getting rid of all the rubbish, kind of like when you empty a fish tank out, or like a bird cage or something like that. You've got to deal with all the crap in the bottom. It's like you can't have a pet and not be responsible for it. You know, it's kind of like that energy. It's like you can't have a body and not be responsible for it, because you'll basically, you know, you'll feel it later on in life, or you'll feel it soon, you know. So basically it's being responsible for yourself, and I feel like it's being responsible for looking after yourself so you can help serve as well. And also I'm getting an energy of like, the more you help yourself, the more you're going to serve the world. And this being like looking after your body, your mental health, making yourself a priority. And I love this message. I always get this message of like, you're the cake, other people are the icing, everything else is the icing. You can't have a cake without the cake. Like, you can't have just icing and ingredients, you need to have the cake. So basically, if you're not working on the foundation, how the hell can you decorate, how the hell can you make your life yours if you're not working on you? Okay, so I feel like for you guys absorb a lot of other people's energies. You're very, very sensitive. You really do absorb what's not yours. So what I'm really picking up on is connecting to your masculine side, which is most likely, they're saying that's why pyrite has popped into this reading, because your masculine is very much pyrite. It's to do with like grounding, knowing your worth, knowing what you want in life. I feel like at this moment you might not exactly know what you want to do, or you might not exactly know what the next step is in your life. But the best thing you can do is to work on trusting yourself. And if anything kind of doesn't go your way, that's okay. And something that I'm picking up on is God's rejection. The rejection is God's protection. And I'm not a religious person. I don't really kind of like attune to God. I mean, I do believe in it, but it's not my message. So if that message resonates with you guys, then that's definitely for you guys. I just feel like there's an energy of like, what I'm picking up on is the main thing about is energy, because we have this energy of like rock bottom, then we have energetic sovereignty, like knowing yourself, knowing your worth, feeling protected, like protecting yourself, and then we have this calling and support. So it's going to start off with you, and then you're going to manifest this star family, which is so cute. Star family, oh yeah, star family, yeah, that's beautiful. Also I feel like you're coming away from family, especially if you guys are an Aquarius or have very strong Aquarius or Cancer placements. Your family is going to be a really important part, but even if they're blood related to you, it doesn't mean they're your family. Okay, a family member is somebody who supports you, who makes you feel safe, who makes you feel comfortable, and sometimes that can be quite rare, especially if they're blood related to you, unless you have very good karma in that area. You guys are really learning to focus on your family in terms of like your actual body, and then extending it out to others. So basically you don't have to rely on your family if they are toxic. And remember that you don't have to, even if it's sad, you know, moving away from family or coming energetically away from them, it's not a bad thing, guys. A lot of us are becoming more comfortable with making our own community outside of our blood relations, and it's okay to not have that connection sometimes. Okay, so that's a real big connection. There's a real big connection between your family and you, and I really feel like because you're working on that, you're beginning to realize who is there for you and who isn't. And there's kind of energy about like putting things in boxes, which can be a good thing, but there's an energy of like, be careful what you put in a box. So remember, if like you want to do a career, you don't have to do just one thing. If you manifest like a friend, doesn't mean you're not going to manifest any other friends. If you manifest a partnership, remember to share your energy with your friends and things like that. It's kind of like, especially if you have fixed energy, remember to share your energy around, but be very careful of who you give it to. Okay, I hope this is making sense. It's very much to do with energy at the moment. I feel like you're being drawn to. So I want to pull some cards. Which deck do we want to use? Tarot or Oracle? I want to do Oracle first? Okay, we're going to do Oracle first. So let's have a look and see what's the main kind of areas you're working through at the moment. There we go. So home life, Cancer. A lot of you guys have felt very isolated in your family right now. Sorry if you can't see that, it's my lighting. So if you have ever felt really isolated, especially at the moment, there's a lot of like family trauma being kind of renewed and worked on. This one, they're saying, hell yeah. Oh, Virgo, nice. So basically, oh, this is a really big message, guys. It's felt very heart and solar plexus. It just went boom in my body. Basically is abandoning yourself for other people. That's something you're really working on. A lot of you guys, if you're an empath or you're a starseed, if you're a mystic, whatever you want to call yourself, you're most likely very empathic, and you may sacrifice yourself to help other people. Okay, and you're basically working on letting that go. And that's a big thing, especially for us empaths, because all we want to do is share and help other people. Most likely you're going to be in a career that is very healing, like myself. So it's very much like that. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at this. Lunar eclipse, releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations and healing. I mean, wow, that is just stunning. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. Some of you guys really are meant to do healing in your career. So if you want to do a career around healing, you could definitely do that, and you're going to manifest somebody who has the same qualities that you want. So, you know, if you're kind of confused about your life purpose, or you're confused about how you're going to meet a partner or your next step in life, however you're going to do it, make sure you're really doing it out of self-love for yourself. So make sure you're doing it because you want to. Don't do something because you have to, especially if somebody who does stuff for people but sacrifices yourself. That's not going to serve you at all. You're going to be in this loop of helping people constantly and not focusing on yourself. So remember to fill up your own cup, and it's all about being that selfless energy towards yourself. Like putting yourself first is so important. And sometimes it takes a long time. Like it can take years sometimes to really, not always, but sometimes it can take some real big deep confidence and pattern breaking to really realize where you're overdoing it with other people. Like to manifest good connections, you will not have to sacrifice yourself. Okay, you really won't, because they'll understand you. All right, so we have new moon, new beginnings, planting seeds, setting intentions, and blank page, which is gorgeous. Guys, it's so like synchronistic. I want these two as well. Okay, perfect. Right, so we have the house of, oh my god, perfect, Aquarius, which is literally family, friendships, groups, things like that. So you guys are very devoted. You're very connected to source. Like, I don't normally say that, so can you just explain what source is for people watching here? So source is basically the eternal energy that we all have. It's the energy that kind of connects us to nature. My legs are tingling as I'm saying this. I feel like it's such a high vibrational energy I'm picking up on. A lot of you guys really connect to the starseed. A lot of you guys, you talk to aliens and things like that. When I've previously connected with aliens, oh my god, wow, like light language and stuff, it's friggin' intense. So you guys basically, when you connect to source energy, which is your own energy, which is your own kind of like your energy without other people being there, your actual energy, just your soul, you're basically going to do a lot of good on this planet. And even if you're looking for a partner right now, you're single, or you're just wanting somebody in your life who really respects you and devotes to you, you most likely can find that through your life purpose. Okay, that reminds me of a dream catcher. That's beautiful. So this kind of reminds me of, this is you, and this is people coming towards you when you're giving out your light, when you're kind of just vibrating just by yourself without kind of needing anybody or anything like that. People are drawn to you really naturally, and basically you're going to manifest somebody. If you're single or wanting a connection, you're manifesting somebody who is very strong, very strong and empowered, and because you're manifesting that, that's who you are. And most likely you're going to meet this person through the internet, friends or groups. Okay, it's basically going to be very natural. You're going to come into this connection very naturally. If you're not wanting a relationship, basically your main purpose right now is to work through the past and break through a lot of patterns that have been rolling over and over again. A lot of healing to do with basically how you see yourself, how you see others, and not to put so much pressure on yourself around neglecting yourself to get to other people. So basically, if you were never kind of like, can you give me the word please? Acknowledge, thank you. If you were never acknowledged when you were younger, you're basically going to be comparing yourself a lot to other people. So, and I've recently just learned that that's an act of self-sabotage apparently. So I was like mind blown when I read that. The holistic psychologist is no joke, like her account is amazing. So go follow her on Instagram because she's amazing. The holistic psychologist, I'm pretty sure that's what she's called. She's friggin' amazing. She's so good. Oh, also this card is popping out and I'm being drawn to show it to you guys. This always reminds me of Aquarius, so I'm going to show it to you guys. So this is the card of Labradorite. I mean, look how stunning. It's beautiful. So this is all about, here we go. When you've lost your faith in magic, the world is a weird, wonderful, whimsical, watery rock hurtling through space, and you're on it. And that makes you special. Gaze into labradorite and delight in that. Who needs it? Adventurers exploring far-off lands, places, alchemical, spiritual, artistic and dreamy. Any Pisces? Oh, this is cute. Labradorite is a feldspar mineral first discovered in Canada's frozen north. Some of you guys might be from Canada. So hi, if you're from Canada. It says protect your magic. So a lot of you guys are meant to do like very high vibrational careers where you're very much like vibrating from like just a really high place. So just like protecting your energy is super important, because if you're a very empathic person, like if you're a projector, and human designer or a reflector, especially you guys, you're gonna be very sensitive, okay? And especially if you have Cancer or water sign placements, your energy is just gonna be like a sponge. So really protect your energy is gonna be like super important, okay? A lot of you guys were like shamans in villages, and you may even know someone who's a shaman in a village, I don't know, but there's just this very strong connection to spirit and source, and very much like native land and stuff like that. Like I'm just so passionate about like native land and things. I could just talk about it forever, but I'm picking up on like dream catchers and feathers, eagles, very natural, spiritual. It just feels gorgeous. I love it. So do we want to look at the tarot or do we want to look at the oracle cards? So I'm just going to be drawn to wherever I'm being drawn to. So we're going to have a look at the animal spirit deck. Actually, I really want to draw from this, and I'll pull you a couple of this is so accurate, this card. I'm going to pull you some tarot as well. So the sea serpent, and where are they going towards? Just want the sea serpent, or do we want this one? Okay, we'll go for the dragon as well. Right, so you guys are the sea serpent working towards the dragon, or you could be both these energies underneath the octopus. You guys have been getting a lot of headaches. You've been getting really a lot of like head energy. So a lot of you guys need to do some clearing through cord cutting and meditation. So with the sea serpent, I'm going to read her because she's the one that's pointing out to me the most. So the sea serpent is healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. So this is the animal spirit deck if you guys are interested. So the sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent, here we go. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same, like a mother. She wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true nature. The second chakra, this is the sacrals. This is all about your sexual creativity. This is about seeing yourself as a divine being and really looking after yourself. I'm going to have a look at the dragon as well. So the dragon is the third chakra. So this is a sacral. This is about your ego. This is about your fire, your transformative fire, and your agony, which is your inner fire. So that's gorgeous. I love that for you guys. That's very powerful. Okay, so let's pull you a couple of tarot. This is going to be such a short reading and it's turning into like such a long one, but I just feel so drawn to pull so many cards for you guys. Whoa, okay. That one's really important. You guys have a lot more choice than what you think you do, so that's just coming up really important. So that's basically saying like, don't be afraid to try different things. Where are we putting these cards? Up here, and then put that one there, that one there. Okay, cool. Alrighty, and let's get another one. Right, guys, this isn't going to last too long. Okay, so if you're in heartbreak or you're feeling really stuck, it's not going to last very long. Okay, it really is very temporary. Let me get you a couple more because we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I want to see what's after that. Perfect. You guys are coming into a lot of money and a lot of like self-satisfaction. So a lot of you guys have felt very unsatisfied with yourself and you felt that you can't speak your truth. No more of that. Like, you're going to use your voice for good, whether it be healing, helping people, speaking the truth, singing, dancing, expression. You're going to be free of that. Use dancing and singing to really express yourself, okay? So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like a private reading, please check my rates down below. Please message me before purchasing. Do not look at the scammers in the comments. I do not have a WhatsApp number, okay? Just to clarify. Have a lovely day and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys got the beautiful rose quartz. This beauty feels like overwhelmingly like open. A lot of you guys are just feeling calm, like feeling comfortable. This feels like the place where you're meant to be. So you know when you feel really calm and comfortable and it just feels right, that is exactly this crystal. Like I can't actually explain how it feels, but it feels like I can't explain it. Like, you know when you feel so comfortable in your body, or you feel so comfortable with a person or a situation, just like complete, like it feels quiet, like it's calm. That's what is happening for you. So a lot of you guys are, something's happening with my hand. That feels weird. I'm getting like a tension here. A lot of you guys are like trusting your intuition towards something. It feels interesting. It feels like you're leveling up towards something. It could be to do with the person as well. It could be to do with the male specifically as well. Okay, reverse upright. Okay, so you guys have the Golden Children card, Inner Child, Tenderness, Innocence and Rare Gifts. Wow, this is beautiful. So this is to do with you channeling your inner gifts. A lot of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys want to go into dentistry, but for some reason that's like coming up really strongly. Some of you guys might want to be a dentist assistant, or you are a dentist assistant, and just picking up on like something to do with like a career that's healing, but also like very practical. Like it's something that it just feels like a practical healing thing that you're doing. It could even be like someone on the phone a lot, but you could like give like very nurturing advice, something like that. Okay, do we want one more? They're saying, yeah, that's going to be the overall energy. So, okay, so overall energy is these two. Okay, underneath we have Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. You guys have been very overworked. Overthinkers, my overthinker people who've chosen this group. Virgo, it feels very Virgo. We have lost lands as well. It says soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Has this got dolphins in it? No, I feel like it would have dolphins in it. I feel like I haven't really had this card before. This is really validating. A lot of you guys have just felt like, what the F is going on with my life right now? You've done this before. Basically, you're rewriting a lot of karmic lessons, a lot of karma. Okay, guys, you need to get out in nature more. You've really been kind of like suffocating your oxygen. There's a need for oxygen. There's a need for like new energy even, like putting yourself away from your house is going to really help you. A lot of you guys need some clearing. So like calcite, I'm getting selenite and clear quartz. Main energies we have is the Sea of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light, and child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Right, I think a lot of you guys are coming up to the surface with something. There's like a big change happening for you guys, and there's this big like renewal. A lot of you guys are actually going to meet your soul partner really soon, because I feel like you're coming out of a really, really hard time, and you've done a lot of healing, and I'm hearing you've done the work, which sometimes can sound really boring, like you have to do something that's uncomfortable. But yeah, it is uncomfortable, but it's like, I feel like you're coming back to yourself, like you're realising what really matters to you. It's kind of like when everything was kind of like shut down. I mean, some people it still is in some countries, but it's kind of like you're getting to grips with like your pure natural sense of self. Like it's like, what is really important to me? What do I appreciate? What do I love? It's very Venus. It's very much like what you have as gifts to yourself, what you really appreciate about yourself, and basically like what you want to attract in your life. So I feel like as well, you're going to start to wear things that are much more flowy. You might wear things that are quite tight, and you always have done. You're going to wear things that are much more flowy, and I feel like you're seeing a lot more potential in yourself. It's like you're giving yourself a lot more space. A lot of you guys could have had some shadow work done on yourself, or you could have, done it with somebody else. And it's bringing up this big energy of like the past. It's teaching you a lot about what your values are and what you appreciate in yourself. A lot of you guys have done a lot of self-healing, and you're really appreciating yourself a lot more. Whereas before you kind of gave yourself a really hard time, and you're not doing that anymore, which is gorgeous. Okay, so, oh my God, we have Venus energy. Oh my God, I literally didn't realise that. So can you see how there's a little guy, kind of like a spine on this woman? That's basically your soulmate coming in. It's because he's looking at you and he's like, you've done the work, girl. go get it. So basically, of course, not everyone is attracted to men, but I'm not saying you're going to have a male if you're not attracted to men. Your person is watching you, looking over you. They might even be watching what you're doing right now if you are online, if you have a social media following, something like that. A lot of you guys have your own businesses, so if you have your own business, they might kind of want to get something from your business, or if you just, your job, they could be one of your clients or somebody you work with. They might be from another country as well. I'm picking up there from a country that you really love, or a country that's very close to your heart. Could be that they're even in your country and they're just from that other country. I just burped as clarification. Right, okay, so I feel like for you guys, there's a massive energy around embracing your weirdness. Like, a lot of you guys just compare the shit out of yourself to other people. You're like, I'm not like them, I'm not like them. And a lot of that is to do with because you were never loved by people in your family. Basically, you were never loved by people who are close to you. So basically you use looking at other people to compare yourself, and then basically it's like self-sabotage. You're like, I'm never good enough, blah blah blah. Basically, the best thing you can do is zoom out and go into hermit mode, really, because sometimes if you're very sensitive and you start comparing yourself, it's really important to come back to your energy, because maybe you've sucked up something from somebody else, and maybe you're being like, emotionally vampired, basically. So basically, you're going to be meeting a lot of people where you're on common ground with them. You're going to meet people that you've never met before. You're going to meet a lot of new people. And you're learning, sorry guys, my throat chakra. You're also learning to make love to life. Like, you are being drawn to things that serve you rather than things that take away your love. And I also feel like when something's very overwhelming, this card just clarifies, like, none of this matters. Like, everything has its purpose, and do anything you can to really help yourself. Even if you kind of suffer with any addiction issues, just be really, really kind to yourself. Like, those addiction issues are meant to be there to help you. Like, even if they're, quote unquote negative, like, if you can really be kind to yourself and be like, do you know what, thank you for showing up as my survival strategy. Like, that is survival, that's helping you to survive. So if you're being harsh on yourself for your body trying to help you, that's not going to make it any better. You can't avoid it, you just got to go through it, okay? But I do feel like this one is really showing up for me. A lot of you guys are scared to show up in groups, in a career, online. Don't be afraid to just be yourself. Don't be afraid to just like do whatever the fuck you want. Like, for me, like, sometimes, I swear a lot in my readings, and a lot of you guys have noticed that. It's just who I am. Like, my Mercury's in Scorpio, I fucking love to swear. So, and that's not for everyone, but that doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares? At the end of the day, you swear, you don't swear, you look a certain way, you don't look a certain way. It does not matter. You're supposed to be different. Like, if someone doesn't like that, that's their fucking problem. It's nothing to do with you. Okay? And if someone doesn't like you, then they can fuck off. Oh my god, I love that message. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Okay, so let's get you some cards, guys. Okay, there we go. That just explains it. Boom. So you guys are dealing with your Lilith. This is your intense sexual desires, your needs. This comes up when you're on camera. This can come up in groups, and it can also come up when you're dealing with someone intimately. This is your deep nature. So this is part of you that is suppressed. You guys can look this up on YouTube. You can research it a little bit. There's definitely something here that needs to be worked on, okay? But it is being worked on. It's like you're not ignoring it. It's definitely about like what was repressed. And my sacral chakra is really hurting, like my hip. My hip is really coming in, like, it's painful. So a lot of you guys have felt like an object to people. Even in your family, you felt like, why am I being used? Sometimes if you're an empath, you can feel like you're adopted, because basically you don't have anyone that is a lot like you, which is meant to be, because basically you're meant to come away from that. You're meant to, not to say you have to leave your entire family, but a lot of it is to do with like getting your blessings for yourself. Like, it's nothing to do with other people. Do not compare yourself to other people. A lot of you guys, like, it's really interesting. Like, I'm getting a lot of sexual energy. We have Scorpio. It's so much about that energy. Like, don't be scared to be fucking yourself. Like, literally, that sounds really dodgy. I mean, yeah, girl, go for it. But what I'm feeling is like, don't be scared to be your fucking self, okay? Don't be scared to do that, because there's definitely this energy around. You have such an intensity to you that a lot of people can be scared of. And if they're scared of it, that's just because they haven't met themselves. So don't even worry about it. It's nothing to do with you. Even though it can feel very personal, especially if you have Scorpio Lilith. Scorpio Lilith is fucking intense. Like, literally, it's so intense. It's basically like addiction central. I'd highly recommend looking it up. If you want to look up your Lilith, just go to your like a Lilith calculator if you know your birth time, or you can basically look it up on your birth chart. It will look like that in your birth chart. It will just look like a kind of like a circle, or like not a circle, like a C, or a key. Basically, it might look like a key, like a K. Basically, you'll need to be devoted to your sexual side. Essentially, you'll need to be devoted to your power, and basically don't ignore your spiritual side is what I'm feeling. It's kind of like you might be neglecting your meditation practices. Your partner, who you're possibly manifesting if you want one, is basically possibly a water sign, most likely as well. So we have Jupiter, expansion, gratitude, morality and enlightenment. Let's get another one, please. Sextile, lovely. So sextile is a really nice one. It's basically when things start to work out, which is what I think it probably is. You know, I'm not fully versed in astrology, but I'm pretty sure that's when it kind of comes together and feels really good. Jupiter's really popping out. We're going to take her out. So basically, things are going to start to expand when you start to really own your sexual power. It's really difficult sometimes, especially if you have Scorpio placements. But basically, you're being drawn to new communities and more people who feel like family, and you're getting a lot of justice around that. So if you've kind of dealt with a lot of kind of karma around friendships, family, things like that, you're getting a renewal with that, and you're basically getting a lot of justice. So basically, you're going to be more people are going to be drawn to you that are of your nature. So basically people who are a lot like you, and you're most likely going to meet them through the internet. Okay, there's a lot of fire. Like, this is so fiery, very Scorpionic. It feels really intense, especially when Scorpios own their sexual power. It can be so fucking beautiful because they are so like the pioneers of that sexual intimacy, because, you know, Scorpio rules sex. It's the 8th house. It's to do with merging, intimacy, shared finances, things like that. So they're kind of like paving the way for that energy. So if you do have any Scorpio placements, try to see where it is in your chart, because that's going to be quite awakening. That's going to be quite awakening experience for you. So let's get you a couple of oracle cards just to kind of clarify what's going on for you. So like I mentioned, in terms of love, I do feel like you're really working on how you fit in relationships, especially if you want an intimate sexual connection. You're really working out where you fit with that. So it's kind of like, how am I going to get my needs met? How do I want my needs to be met? What do I want intimately? And for a lot of you guys, you want deep intimacy, and I feel like you're going to get that. I feel like it's coming into you, but it is going to take a little while. I do feel like, wow, this literally rules Scorpio. So I feel like you're working on, I feel like about 6 months time, you could actually manifest somebody who comes in and helps you with all of that. You could even work with tantric energy, kundalini energy, shadow work, stuff like that. You also learn to be seen and not be scared of life, not to be scared of everything and everyone, because maybe that's where you used to be. Beautiful. So the person you're going to be with is going to accept your light, is going to accept and create love with you. So basically, you're not going to be around somebody who's scared of everything that you love. So you might have been around people who really make you feel like you're suffering, and basically the person you're going to connect to is not like that at all. Okay, so let's have a look at the hawk. So the hawk is a really intense one. He's very much like the eagle. So the hawk, watchful, all-seeing messenger, a divinity. This is the animal spirit deck if you guys are interested. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. When in balance, sees clearly, intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much and suspicious. To bring into balance a perspective shift. Also, the cosmic egg and the bat is kind of like you may be in hermit mode or need to be in hermit mode for like quite a long time. Especially if you're really working on like your inner power and things like that. Stay there, okay? Don't be afraid to just stay there. It's okay. You don't have to interact with everybody. You don't have to do everything right now. Maybe you're just meant to sit there for a while, okay? Oh my God. That's beautiful. Oh my God. The devil is such an intense one. She is always going to be seen. Like, she needs to be seen right now. She needs to be acknowledged. She is all about Lilith. She's all about your sexual power, addictions, feeling chained to something. I want this one here. Lovely. Sit on your throne, girl. You fucking deserve it. Okay. Also, don't be afraid to come off your throne. Like, don't be afraid to like go out and do something that you feel like really drawn to do. So I feel like also the Page of Wands is like speaking your truth and like sharing something with somebody. It's also can be about like a lot of fear, like speaking out of fear, to kind of get yourself to feel more confident. So maybe there's a job opportunity you want to do, but you're scared of doing it. Maybe there's something you want to say to somebody. Whatever it is, it's really changing who you are, and it's going to manifest your partner. Because basically your person they have their heart on their sleeve, basically, or their heart on their chest, but they have it on their sleeve, and they want you to basically go into this rebirth of that scorpionic energy and come out the other side to meet this person and speak your truth. Your person isn't going to be afraid of you, okay? So a lot of you guys, especially have Scorpio placements, there's a lot of kind of like transformative energy. Even if you don't have Scorpio placements, you might just be very intense, and you might have just met with people who just really can't handle you, and it's because it's nothing to do with you. If people can't handle you and you're just like a human being, like, why? It's nothing to do with you, it's to do with them and the fact that they haven't met themselves deep enough, okay? Have a lovely day. Rates and crystal shoppers down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys chose the beautiful pink opal. I love her. She is stunning. So let's have a look at your reading and let's see what's going on for you. Okay, group number 3, let's get started. So we're going to look into your general energy and love. We're just going to see what messages want to come through for you. So we have, you're not alone. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Oh, dang. This is a big old boy. Okay. Wow. So I'm getting like this raw kind of like vulnerability and honesty. I don't know why, but I pick it up on like Texas. So like my British opinion on the Texas energy that I'm picking up on is very kind of like honest. It's very bold, it's very large, it's very big. Everything is like big and like open, and everyone's like really loving and like kind of community and coming together. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm not just like literally basing it on Texas, but hi to anyone who's from Texas. I'm from England, so that's just my like kind of energetic pull that I'm feeling. It's kind of like that kind of bold, like I just want to connect to you, very heartfelt energy. It feels like family, connections, things like that. So I don't know why I'm picking up on Texas, but that's kind of what I'm picking up on. So it's kind of like that, coming back to basics as well, like coming back to basics of like farm life and just really like choosing your own path is what I'm really being drawn to explain. Okay, this is so intense, guys. Oh my God, I know exactly what this reading is going to be about. Okay, so love life for you has been a journey. Okay, so a lot of you guys could have a lot of karmic lessons to do with love. You could have a lot of karmic lessons to do with children, family, basically any other human being. You basically have a karmic lesson with them. So it doesn't mean that you're always going to have that. Okay, I'm just going to clarify. My throat is killing me as I'm talking about this. So basically what I'm feeling is you guys have really suffered in your connections. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to be so blunt and honest. It has been fucking difficult. You've really had to dive deep within your connections, and you guys have definitely dealt with boundary issues, codependency and things like that. So what I'm being drawn to say is that you need to surrender to this energy and just let it come up. Okay, I know it's hard, I know it's confusing, but working with your power is so important. So I'm picking up on you nesting. So a lot of you guys might be pregnant and literally nesting for your baby to come. But what I'm also feeling are those of you who aren't pregnant and are basically just like nesting emotionally. Hermit mode will serve you so well right now. So being just by yourself or being with just somebody you feel comfortable with, just basically doing things really simply, like really simplify your life right now, because you guys are going towards something that is brand new. So especially if you guys have had a lot of karma in relationships, it's a massive fucking clear out, especially to do with your sacral chakra and your root. So basically like your family and your safety. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards and wildcard. Was this in the reverse? No, this is upright. Okay, so basically it's in the reverse right now because you're not there yet. Basically this is where you're going towards. You're basically deciding, this is my fucking life, I'm going to go towards where I want to. You're now like choosing things without hesitation, which is so great, and my guides are like clapping you, because a lot of you guys are so empathic. You always think about everyone else, you're always doing things for everyone else, and it gets exhausting. You literally get sucked dry. And I love whales, like I love them so much. They are so cute. Like to me, they are just a beautiful, like gentle creature. Like they kind of remind me of sloths as well. They kind of just do their own thing. They're quite slow sometimes, but they also have this massive impact of calmness. Like in calmness, you can create an impact, okay? So sometimes when you don't say something to somebody, like in conversation, you just don't say anything, sometimes that can even be a stronger impact than actually saying something. So what I'm feeling is, it's taking up space. Whenever I kind of get the energy of the whale, it's taking up space. And this is all to do with your relationships. You guys' energy is really connected to relationships. Right now, you might be going for a lot of relationship karma. This is so important, okay? This is the one card I feel like this is exactly what you're going through. You guys have felt so isolated. And it's because you're clearing out the shit. You're clearing out people who are not good for you. You're clearing out energy that just sucks the life out of you. You're clearing out a lot of karma that has been drained from you since birth, basically. A lot of you guys have felt very alone, very empathic, very starseedy. And you basically just felt like, what the fuck am I doing in this family? What the fuck am I doing in this house? What am I doing in this life right now? So I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are learning to draw in boundaries, especially with the opposite sex or to do with people who you're romantically attracted to. So say if you're attracted to the same sex, basically that's what you're working with. So whoever you're romantically attracted to, that gender or energy, masculine or feminine, you're working with, dealing with that within yourself as well. So guys, this is your soul plan. So everything you're meant to be going through is meant to be happening. This is important. Why is this important? Tell me what's going on. So a lot of you guys are rebirthing. So you're not going to go through the same thing twice anymore. Your life is like a circle. So your karma is like a circle. You're basically at the point of the circle. You're done. Like you're done. You're done with that circle now. No more karma is coming in around this same time. Okay. And because of that, you're manifesting people who are just like a love bomb, like beautiful, gorgeous energies. Like when they come into your life, you'll be like, holy shit, their energy is huge. And it's because they're taking up space, because you're taking up space. I'm picking up on like Leos, Sagittariuses, beautiful, heartfelt water signs, just all these yummy kind of like nurturing people are just going to suck up and be drawn towards you like a sponge. But it's even better than all the narcissists that you've dealt with, okay? Because you're not being sucked dry, you're being given, you're filling up your cup. People are helping you to fill up your cup, which is like so beautiful. Like that is like literally my life purpose, I feel, to like go towards like a community, which a lot of you guys most likely will resonate with that as well. So fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life, guys. I know it's really hard, especially if you have Libra placements. All you want to do is balance this shit out of everything, which is perfect and beautiful. But you have to lean into the imbalance, okay? Libras definitely are the energy that shoves under the rug, doesn't like conflict, doesn't like shaking the boat, guys. You have to shake the boat. If you want to get somewhere, you have to just let the boat be shook, okay? You can't let the boat be calm all the time. Like if you're on the sea, I'm being shown, if you're on the sea, you can't control the water. You know, you can't say, right, universe, I don't want the waters to be rough today. Sometimes you just got to sit in it. And the more you sit in it, the more comfortable you're going to be with filling up your space, especially if you're somebody who sees things quite clearly, especially if you're empathic or like very psychic. You're going to see things that aren't there, and a lot of people are going to call you crazy, too emotional, too this, too that, too sensitive, whatever. You are most likely here to really change the world. Like you're like the Aquarians of the world, water signs, just all the signs I'm feeling. But you guys have a very specific purpose to really sit in the conflict, to help others heal, to help yourself heal, to help your ancestral patterns to just ripple out and just sort themselves out. Basically, you're like the pebble that's being dropped into a ripple of water, and you're just waiting for that last ripple to just be like, and calm. Okay, so I know it's uncomfortable, but it's not going to last forever, and you're on the way out of this. Okay, it's literally next couple of months, 3 months, seeping away. It's kind of like a drain. I'm getting a lot of water for you guys, a lot of water things. It's obviously about emotions. Some of you guys are water signs. It's like being drained out. You're just waiting for the drainage, you're waiting for the water to just drain out, and sometimes that can take a while. All right, these two are really important. It's really important to remember to just surrender to these emotions, because you can't heal unless you feel. You really can't. You actually cannot, okay? And remember that this is not the universe punishing you. This is not the universe saying that you're a bad person. essentially it's just your karma. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is sometimes. That's just the karma that you've been brought this lifetime, but it doesn't mean it's always going to be like this, okay? Because it's not. Life would be sucky if it was always like this, you know? So we have to hold the opposites. We will always have contrast in this life. That's literally what being a human is about. Both of these, cool. I pick up on London for some of you guys, so it might not be literally like British city of London, but a lot of you guys, this is, what is this about? Independence. Okay, so for some reason I'm picking up on London, so it could be you're from London or you live in London. London is also not just the city of London. I know you can get like towns called London and things like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So we have the 4th house of the moon, Cancer, Venus, the 6th house of health. Oh wow, you guys have had a lot of karma to do with health, haven't you? Oh dear, it's been intense. Yep, so basically people have been telling you, like you might have been a child where you're always ill, and it's been really tough on you. You might still be dealing with that right now. You might have really strong cancer placements. Cancers really go through health sometimes because they hold in a lot of their energy, especially if you're very sensitive and you're on that kind of like very empathic kind of like plane where basically you just suck up energy really easily. You're going to be susceptible to more illnesses because basically your energy, you're basically in between the 3D and the 5D, so you kind of take on the collective as well. So being in your own energy is fucking important. Okay, so your main thing right now is relationships. You guys are really connecting to your core beliefs. Be empowered, guys. You're doing such a fucking good job. Like this is something, and not a lot of people could do this, okay? Not a lot of people could actually work through this. And I feel like a massive amount of acknowledgement from this, where a lot of you guys are dreaming about your next partner. You are, I'm hearing filling in the gaps, like everything that you've kind of gone through. You're like, why am I going through this? And you're going to get like little bits of revolutions in the next few days, or you might have already had them, where you're like, oh my God, that's why that's happening. That makes so much sense. So a lot of you guys are also coming into a career that's really about health. It's really going to help a lot of people. I feel like a lot of you guys have wanted to do a spiritual career. A lot of you guys are working on your mind. You're working on not overthinking too much. You're really using your mind to help you with things. Let's get a couple more cards. Can we clarify this Venus card, please? Can we clarify this Venus card? We have releasing, perfect, waning gibbous, releasing gratitude, nurture and acts of service. So that is the 6th house of Virgo. So the more you're helping other people, the more you're helping yourself, because maybe your life purpose is to serve other people and help, and to use your empathic skills. Beautiful. Inner wisdom, literally, you guys are so wise. You're such like the old wise woman or man of the village. And then we have nurture of Ceres. So a lot of you guys naturally help people, but it doesn't mean you have to abandon yourself, okay? So this is basically showing you, where am I feeling safe in my connections with everyone, not just your romantic connections. This is everyone, okay? So where am I losing myself in these connections? What am I gaining? Really looking at it as well. Like, don't be afraid. You could also be working with your relationship with a mother, your bloodline, your family, feelings of safety and tradition. A lot of you guys are really coming away from your old traditions, basically things that have been put on you. Of course we have the death card. Of course we have the death card. That's why a lot of you guys are in hermit mode, because you're like, I'm so scared and confused, and that's okay. It's just a massive clarification that everything's gonna be fine, girl, okay? Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, look at her. She's just surrendering. She's like, yep, fuck it, whatever. She's like, I'm done. Fuck it. It's like, yep, cool. Give me what you need to give me. Yep, look at that. She is on her way. This literally looks like the same woman. She's got the same headscarf as well. That's cool. I love that. So you're basically on your way to your partnership. You're on the way to your partnership, guys. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. Okay, I need one more card. We need one more. Okay, underneath the deck. Boom. 2 of Pentacles. Balance. Balancing out your career as well, like figuring out, what is my career? What do I want to do? Where do I get my, here in luxuries, you're giving yourself more luxuries. Maybe you kind of didn't want to do that for a while. Maybe you didn't feel worthy of it. And luxuries can mean anything to anyone. Like luxuries can feel like a bubble bath. Luxuries can feel like a therapy session. Lots of different reasons for this. So I feel like a lot of you guys are learning to really speak your truth as well. You're learning to just say stuff and it just comes out and you don't think about it. And you're surrendering to all this crap that's been put on you, basically. A lot of a lot more communications happening in your relationships, which is perfect, and there's a lot more empathy in your connections, which is what you're desiring. This one first. Okay, so basically you're crossing the water, and what does this mean? Can you tell me what this means? Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay, so a lot of you guys have had this one, oh my god, this is such an intense message. It's really hard to like come out. So what I'm feeling is, okay, oh my god, Mercury retrograde. Come on, sis, give me the tea. So basically, your life has been pretty much the same in connections up until now for a lot of you guys, or you've just been single for a really long time. So first of all, being single doesn't define you. Being single, you come into this world on your own, so don't be afraid to hate or love being single. That is perfectly normal. Embrace all those emotions. Secondly, the energy that I'm picking up on is it's like you don't know what an empathic connection is because most likely you haven't actually had one yet. So you're really rewriting the fuck out of these patterns. You are really rewriting them. Like you are literally, instead of just drawing something and rubbing it out, you're literally grabbing that paper and throwing it away. Like you're not just covering it over. You're not shoving it somewhere and hiding it. You are looking at it and you're being like, bitch, what the fuck is going on with my karma? Tell me what's going on. And basically what you're saying is, I'm ready to fucking change. I'm ready for this empathic connection that feels so fucking amazing, and you are going to feel so good. Like this connection with someone or a friend, it can be a friend if you're already in a relationship and a happy relationship, you know, if you're feeling comfortable in that connection, because this person sees you immensely. They see you exactly how you see yourself. They see you as a powerful, independent, female, male. They see you as an independent person who owns the shit out of themselves because they own themselves too. When they mess up, they tell you and they let you know. They can see you exactly how you want to be seen, and they're not just kind of covering it up. It's not like, oh, you're really attractive, you're so beautiful. Yes, they see all of that, 100%. But it's like a really acknowledgement. It's kind of like you're really being seen for who you are. You're not being like, you're not having to change yourself. You're not having to alter yourself. It's pure love, or unconditional. Like, wow. But it's almost like you're not ready for it yet. But it is coming, okay? It's very, very close. And this is also going to come through friendships too, which is gorgeous. Okay, so let's get you a couple more cards and then we'll end the reading there. So let's get you a couple of tarot cards as well. Oh no, we've done tarot, not tarot. I did not mean tarot. Okay, let's get you some animal cards here. So I'm picking up on this energy of like intuition. A lot of you guys are going to get super intuitive before meeting your next relationship. Or your first relationship, especially those of you who haven't actually done stuff with anyone yet. And yes, I'm talking intimately. A lot of you guys really are craving that at the moment. I think that's a collective. Both of these? Damn. Oh my god, you got so much going on. Damn, girl. Okay. Damn. Okay, look at that. That's intense. Okay, future energy, please. Future energy. Lovely. So you're no longer having to like push away things that are good for you. You're like embracing them. I know you're scared of vulnerability, and I know a lot of you are scared of commitment, and that's something that you're working through, okay? Yes, you're being seen for like your intuitive abilities, and you're no longer having to hide them, hide your crystals, hiding your intuitive nature. You're just being like, look, this is who I am. And it just comes natural, and it's beautiful. Especially those of you who you're romantically attracted to. Maybe you were used to kind of hiding yourself. Look how much loving energy we have here. That is so cute. You're used to just hiding yourself away. You're not doing that anymore. Okay, let's have a look at the vulture, and we'll see what she wants to say to us today. So the vulture also, a lot of people think they're not the most attractive, and they're kind of not really acknowledged. I feel like a lot. I feel like the eagle's more acknowledged as a bird. The vulture, what I'm seeing is it's like, I know you don't have the same path as everyone else. So I'm hearing, why are you comparing? Yeah, basically. Okay. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. Beautiful, which is that Venus Libra. Okay. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. Oh, I could actually cry. Like, that is so beautiful. When in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom. When out of balance, dramatic and aggressive. To bring into balance, clean your space, and sage. So I didn't do this to the other groups, but I really want to pull you I want to have a look at the beaver, because I feel like it's such a different energy than what we have here. So the beaver is water. It's really showing me about like the energy of like earth and water, like bringing your home into fruition. Like, so if you want to kind of change up your environment, if you're wanting to have a family, if you're wanting to have children, a relationship, it's cultivating all of those, I feel. So you're really digging deep, guys. Like, don't be afraid to go there. Like, you're meant to do that, and you're really good at it as well. So not a lot of people could do this. So be fucking proud of yourself, okay? Be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so beaver, hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started they'll work steadily for weeks, months or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma, yoga, selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless or worn out. To bring into balance, physical labour and self-service. So I feel like everything you're doing is getting you grounded, getting you to your physical abundance. So have a lovely day. My rates are below, along with my crystal shop where you can get these beautiful rings. Have a lovely day and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello again. Before let's get started with the reading, you guys chose the beautiful Pophalite. I love her. She is one of my faves because she's so high vibrational. So let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. So love and general. Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. A lot of you guys are kind of having a lot of identity crises right now. You're kind of like, oh my god, I don't even know myself, especially those of you who are teenagers. I'm picking up on this energy of like, I have no idea where the F I'm going right now. I'm hearing clearing out. It's okay to not know, all right? So a lot of you guys, it's actually okay to change up your environment. So don't be afraid to move your furniture around, talk to new people. Don't be afraid to open up conversations where they're quite deep. You're basically realizing a lot about yourself and you're being rebirthed. Can you see how it's kind of wanted to breach the surface? A lot of you guys are really maturing. You might be moving house quite soon, wanting to move out of your parents' home. Something like that feels like intense. So, okay. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth and conflict. And then we have, what do we have here? So we have this massive, like, I love this, how beautiful. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, and trust where you're led. Right, so first of all, the main thing picking up on is trusting where you're led. A lot of you have just felt so alone, felt so weird. This looks really mysterious. Like, you see how it's like really misty? I'm hearing the song, is it I See Fire by Ed Sheeran? It's like, oh, misty eye. It's something like that. So a lot of you guys might be drawn to very kind of like ye olde weldy kind of TV shows, films like The Hobbit. I have no idea what these films are called or TV shows, but there's one where she like time travels and she goes back into like the past and it's very oldie weldy. I don't know what it's called. A lot of you guys might know what it's called. I'm picking up on just you might be watching like a lot of things that you didn't realize you wanted to watch. It's going to really kind of, basically it's because you're coming back to your ancestral side, like you're coming back to yourself again. So basically you're trusting where you're being led. So basically if you're feeling very unnerved right now, really confused, just try to sit in it as much as possible. There's a lot of like outward stuff. So can you see how she's got like the protection around you, protection around her, and then we have this open energy and open energy. So it's like you're being cocooned in a big space. So basically you kind of felt like you were possibly just going along with society or going along with everything everybody else wanted you to do, and now you're kind of being rebirthed to kind of do what you want to do. Okay, so we have my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe, star keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. A lot of you guys are not meant to do something right now. I know a lot of you guys want to change your career, you want to do something different, or you're just being very confused about like your family or anything close to you. Don't be afraid about this new energy coming in. It is very intense, but I feel like it's because you're being guided to somewhere new, and it can feel very lonely sometimes. It can just feel like, what the F is going on, you know? So I feel like for a lot of you guys, micromanaging is not going to help. I know if that's one of your survival strategies, 100%, that is great, keep doing it, but it isn't going to help you in the long run, okay? So there's an energy of like, I have to be perfect, I have to get everything right straight away, especially in your relationships, okay? So with this karmic relationships, there's definitely this this meaning of like, I have to do everything they want me to do, otherwise they won't love me, or I have to do everything the way they want just because I need to blend in, I need to be perfect. And it's most likely because you grew up with somebody who just didn't understand you, who couldn't give you that validation you needed. So I feel like for you guys, you're really coming away from really just punishing yourself for it, really like not suffering anymore. And you're really like seeing your future self, and she's basically saying go for it, okay? So if there's any sort of changes you want to make, go for it. Like I feel like change is like the best word of this reading. Like there's a lot of changes that's going on and you're comfortable doing it. You might have to push yourself a little bit, but it's not like a heart-wrenchingly awful experience. It's like, I'm going to change my diet, and it drastically changes the way you see yourself. Because basically, especially if you have an addiction to sugar and you don't even realize, like sugar is such an addicting substance. Like I had to really come off of sugar, and oh my God, it was life-changing, because basically it basically sucks on your soul. Basically, it's like, it really is soul sucking, and it's things like that we don't realize are really taking a hold on us, especially if we use it for comfort, which is totally fine. Like it's not bad in saying like you can have a little bit, but really recognize your body might not start liking it, especially if you're ascending, especially if you're coming back to yourself. Your body might not like it anymore, and really leaning into what your body needs is going to really help you process a lot of these emotions. So a lot of you guys are really being drawn to this card here. A lot of the energy is like being drawn like right here. So what I'm feeling is a lot of you guys had a lot of karmic lessons to do with family, and it could have brought on some karmic relationships with actual romantic relationships. Basically, you're seeing yourself within these people and you're wanting to change something. There's a lot of conflict, possibly a lot of soul growth. You're really rapidly going on right now. Basically, you're on a roller coaster right now and you're not being able to stop it. And what it feels like is it's going to slow down very soon, but right now you're having to really witness and see what's going on in those connections. And I feel like the polarity is really helping you, because it's basically helping you see yourself a lot more easier. You might not even be connected to any karmic relationships, and karmic relationships doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a beautiful thing too. Like karma is literally everything. It can be everything. You know, we learn karma in different ways. Karma can literally be through, as I say, like our diet. It can be through how we see ourselves. You know, it's not just things very intense, like very intense soul lessons, but what I'm seeing is try to connect to things that are yours. So say if you're really into crystals, bring in some crystals. If you're really into running, bring in some running. If you're really into like a TV show, give yourself more of that, because even if it's something that's, you know, quote unquote not healthy, like try to feed yourself like just little bits of it, because I feel like there's a sense of like, I feel a little bit unsafe, but I'm not sure how to kind of get out of it. So it's kind of cocooning. Don't be afraid to cocoon, just stay there for a while. A lot of you guys are expecting a baby quite soon as well, so congratulations if you are. I just feel like some of you guys are actually pregnant as well. I'm seeing like a baby bump, and quite a big one, like a very round belly, especially for those of you who are expecting twins, or you know, more than one baby. So let's get you some astrology cards. I feel like a lot of you guys have had a lot of karma with children, or your inner child. Okay, that's something you're healing, and especially in your relationships, you guys really are working on letting your inner child be heard and seen. And remember, you don't have to be heard and seen by a partner or an external person to be seen by yourself. Like if you start with yourself, it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing, okay? It just takes a while, and just don't be so hard on yourself, guys. This card has come out at least 3 times today. We have the card of the 11th house of Aquarius. We have Mars. A lot of you guys are being really drawn to come away from old friendships that aren't good for you. And I feel like this is people who you know that aren't good for you, especially like the same sex. They're most likely the same gender as you. So female to female relationships, or male to male. And then we have waxing crescent, new moon, or it could be like male and feminine masculine and feminine connections, but it feels like they're very much like you, so they have kind of that energy, and you're really being drawn to kind of clear them out, especially during Mercury retrograde. So if you're kind of watching this during a Mercury retrograde, that's a massive sign for you. A lot of you guys, you are feeling very alone, kind of in a void. There's a lot of change, so that's why you're in limbo. Basically, you're being held. That's why we had that cocooning energy. So I also feel really drawn to pull you guys a chakra card, so I'm going to do that for you guys. Here we go. So that's why I got a lot of body body messages. So this is to do with honouring and respecting your body. Have a little look at that. I'm not going to read it because it will take a while, but if you guys want to pause and have a little read of that, that's going to be one of your strong messages here. Resting your body is so important. It's really not honoured in this society. Well, what is honoured? You know, business, literally it. Okay, so basically, cocooning, you're going to find your purpose through cocooning. You're going to find some more advice through cocooning because you're basically going to be meditating, really working on yourself. Even if you're just like watching TV, you might get a sudden realization about something. A lot of you guys are needing to have patience with your journey. It's not exactly where you want to be right now. That's okay. It is changing. Things are really changing. I'm seeing like a circle, especially with this retrograde. Like things are circling around you. They just haven't like come into your sphere yet. So they are coming. They're on their way. But right now, you're really working with a lot of like. Basically, a lot of you guys are cocooning and being a hermit because you're dealing with a lot of stuff that you can't see. Okay, so you might be feeling like, why am I feeling so secluded? Why am I so like feeling really confused by my purpose or, you know, my identity? And it's because you're basically working backwards. Basically, you're refining and changing and shifting. And sometimes when you refine something, it doesn't mean you have to completely clear it. It just means you have to just tweak it slightly. A lot of you guys are dealing with therapy. You might have therapy. You might be dealing with very subconscious emotions. That's coming to light. A lot of you guys are working with being a leader in your friendships and not letting people bring you down or tell you what to do. You're basically having a co-creative connection with somebody who's exactly the same as you. And not exactly the same like your interests, but basically you have the same value, and that's basically what's the most important thing, really. A lot of you guys are watching a lot of shows of water as well. So I'm picking up on like Baywatch. So we have like Baywatch, like Mako Mermaids, H2O, what else? Like any kind of like shows based in Australia. A lot of them include water. Here in like the Diving Club. What's another one? Like maybe watching like things like Finding Nemo. There's a lot of like water because I feel like you guys are really working with that Neptunian energy of like going to the depths of things. I think you just need to try new things, like try to switch it up slightly, like listen to different music, walk a different way where you normally walk. Maybe try kind of like talking to random people while you're walking on the road. I don't know, something like that. Like try to really implement like little things into your life is what I'm picking up on. So let's get you a couple of tarot cards and let's see what wants to come through for you. Animals are going to be really drawn to you, by the way. So if you get a new pet, it might just come naturally to you. So beautiful. Really moving forward. A lot of you guys are like getting job opportunities. A lot of you guys are meeting people who are very grounded, especially if you are wanting a masculine, especially if it's a masculine, like a romantic partner. Things are being really shown to you in terms of the communication department, especially if you actually work in a communication department. There's actually more communication going on. There's less like passive aggressiveness because you're basically like showing people exactly what you want. So you're healing a relationship to do with a masculine or a father figure, and you're basically getting a lot of wisdom through it. It could be through a Cancer or Leo or a fixed sign or an air sign, and you're really healing that. You're basically being like, right, this is what I want to do. I'm actually hearing the word dad. So basically you could be talking to a father figure about a certain issue. I feel like a lot of you guys are really maturing. You're really going through a massive maturing stage. And what is this King of Pentacles? Assertion. Okay, so is this them or is this another person? Both. So basically you're being more assertive and connected to someone new. They're saying yes. Okay, so basically more assertive, you become more masculine, more connected to your masculine energy, really focused on yourself, and getting a lot of wisdom out of that, which is so effing beautiful. Also, you guys are connecting to a tribe. So if you guys, even in work, even if you're working literally like in an office or somewhere that's not even connected to anywhere near nature, you may likely create a tribe. You're basically also connected to somebody who's very high vibrational, so someone who's really going to get you, and they're most likely going to help you on your journey to ascend and create much more harmony. Beautiful. So you're speaking your truth. A lot of you guys really are in therapy. I feel just a lot of like accepting and needing to like bring yourself up. A lot of you guys can see energy. I just saw like a fluid motion in the air, and it was kind of like you know, if you see heat coming off of like the tar on the ground or from a radiator or something, you see like the heat, maybe not in a normal radiator but like an electric one, you see the heat. That's what I just saw. So a lot of you guys might be seeing like things like this, like the energy moving through. You might be very connected to like kundalinis and things like that. You might have like a tantric course you might be on. Beautiful. A lot of you guys are coming into your life purpose, which you never thought you would do, especially if it's more on like the woo-woo side, the spiritual side. I don't even have to say woo-woo in this community, but I will because it's so funny. I like saying it sometimes, it's cute. Basically, as I say, hermit mode. It's okay to not know where you're going, and you're working on being a leader. Okay, so this is going to be upright when you kind of integrate that. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the nightingale is saying. Nightingales are I feel like they're quite small birds as well, but they're actually very noticeable. You're being heard in the darker hours, I'm hearing, so maybe you're going to get a lot of downloads. Actually, yes, you are going to. You're going to get a lot of downloads in the darker hours, in the nighttime. So we have Nightingale. So this is the Animal Spirit deck, by the way, guys, if you guys are interested. And some of you guys asked me about that tarot deck. That's also the Moonchild tarot as well. So Nightingale, here we go. So this is where you are right now. This is where you're moving towards. Also, don't burn yourself out, guys. This is all to do with Virgo, this card, and that may be why we had that. Actually, that is exactly why we had that sacral energy. It's all about your body, looking after your body, okay? Do not sacrifice your body for anything, anyone, any work. Your body's fucking important, okay? You only get one, okay? So look after it. All right, so that's not to scare you, by the way, but I feel like it's very, very important to work on it. Nightingale, fearless voice, speech, communication or song. Also, one other thing is I feel that you guys are really working on your stomach, and when you do that, like get away from food that are really bad for you, like sugar, like intense sweeteners, you're going to be able to think clearly as well, and you're also going to have a lot more energy. Sugar makes you very tired, and that's something not a lot of people know about, especially if you're working with like overgrowth of candida. That can be something that can be really good for you. I'm not a health practitioner, but working with like candida and what it can do to your body is insane. Like everyone has candida. It's just like an overgrowth of I think it's yeast or like a bacteria. If you can work with it, holy shit, life-changing, okay? Especially if you're very tired all the time or feeling very fuzzy-headed, but that can also be ascension symptoms, especially headaches. Okay, the song of the nightingale is otherworldly. The simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of the other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. Have a lovely day, guys, and I'll speak to you very soon. Rates and my crystal shop is down below, and I'll speak to you soon.